But let's talk about your existing holdings. As I mentioned in the intro, now worth around $10 billion. You have paper gains of about 70% or so, which a lot of people would like to see that sort of return. At any point, would you sell? When would it make sense to take profits there?
Well, I've famously said I'm going to be buying the top forever. Bitcoin is the exit strategy. It is the strongest asset. So what we see right now is the Bitcoin has just emerged as a $1 trillion asset class. And it's alongside names like Apple and Google and Microsoft. But the difference between Bitcoin and the Magnificent Seven is Bitcoin's an asset class. It's not a company. There's not enough room in the capital structure of those companies to hold $10 trillion or $100 trillion worth of capital. So Bitcoin's competing against gold, which is 10x what it is right now. It's competing against the S&P index. It's competing against real estate, $100 trillion plus asset class as a store of value. So we believe capital is going to keep flowing from those asset classes into Bitcoin because Bitcoin is technically superior to those asset classes. And that being the case, there's just no reason to sell the winner to buy the losers.
Hey everybody, woohoo! Bitcoin hits the all-time high and breaks past it, a new all-time high, and that was by about $330. So pretty awesome there. We're going to get into all that today, and of course, it then had a big, massive pullback, and of course, yeah, Ethereum pullback as well. Gas prices absolutely rocketed through the roof, and Pulsechain had a bit of a pullback there too. But of course, it's super cheap and super fast on Pulsechain and still doing something like 70 or close to $80 million in trading volume. So looking pretty awesome. We're going to talk about the big opportunities coming up. We've got some pretty cool stuff around the Magic Carpet Ride, so you don't want to miss that. And Pulsechain is looking like it's about to heat up, folks. It's going to be fun to see the next moves of the Magic Carpet Ride and bring it on. All right, let's get into the chat and see who's here at the moment. We got Lies Beneath always in there with the alpha. Good to see you, Lies. Hello, Hex, PLS, Hex, incentive for the win, 100%. The golden crypto from Richard Hart. We're going to be talking about that today. We got Charity in the house there. Hello, Hex Token family. Hey, good to see you, Charity. Welcome. We got Wookie. Wookie's in the Gold Coast at the moment, so he's no longer a Kiwi, no longer a New Zealander, no longer Tana Whenua. He is now Australian. He's Australian. He's Australian. Oh my gosh, you traitor, you Wookie. He's a traitor. All right, so he's now Australian. Hey, we love Australians, but he's now Australian. He's on the Gold Coast, living the dream there in the land of beaches and honey. Beaches, honey, and surfing, is it? All right, so good to see Wookie in the house there. All right, enough teasing. We got Spike in the house there. Boss, good to see you, Spike. We got Creepy Coin as well. Hello, hello, says Creepy Coin. Good to see you. Too. So let's get into it, folks. We've got a lot to talk about. So let's go to the stock market to kick that off. And bam, here we go. Stock market S&P 500 slumps as tech rally stalls. And this is ahead of the Powell testimony on Friday. So let's have a look at the results. Dow Jones is down 1% there, 404 points. So a pretty decent day, 38,585. You can remember these markets are coming off their highs from last week. So haven't started this week so hot. Monday, Tuesday results. This is Tuesday results have been read. S&P 500 is down 1% as well, 52 points to 5,078. And of course, the NASDAQ there, with all the tech companies in it, and it is down 1.65% at 267 points to the index at 15,939. So that is the three big indices there. US dollar is down slightly against trading partners at 103.74. Let's jump to the commodities as well. We can see that West Texas there at $78, Brent oil at $82 a barrel. It looks like a bit of a down day there, particularly for West Texas. We've got gold at the moment, which has had a bit of a move up. $2,136 is pretty much flat today. And silver is slightly again, $23.92, up 3 cents there. So that's pretty much on the commodities as well. Now, what we're expecting this week, of course, is Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, is set to offer a 2-day testimony before the Congress on Wednesday and Thursday. So not Friday, as I said earlier there, Wednesday and Thursday. That will likely echo the need for patience on rate cuts. So tomorrow, Fed Chair Jerome Powell will testify before Congress. We expect him to be consistent with recent comments from other FOMC members, suggesting the rate cuts may be delayed, but are still likely to start in 2024. And of course, we're targeting June, July now. Several Fed officials warned against bets on early rate cuts by the central bank, so particularly May would be the case there, citing concerns over sticky inflation and resilience in the U.S. economy. Atlanta Fed President Referral Bonus said on Monday that persistent bets on Fed rate cuts could trigger an increase in inflationary pressures. Still, analysts expect that the Fed will have enough conviction by June to begin trimming rates. Along with Powell's testimony, the focus this week is also on key non-farm payroll data, which is coming out on Friday. It's another key indicator there. So that's pretty much it. So how long away until the federal meeting for January? For March. We're already in March, aren't we? That is 2 weeks and 18 hours away on the 20th of March at 2 p.m. We're expecting a no change in interest rates. So that's kind of the expectation there. March is pretty much 80% expecting a no change too. So March has gone goodbye. June is kind of the earliest at this stage. And we got over 2/3 of the market expecting, just over 70% of the market expecting the market to pivot. So June really is the earliest there at the moment. So kind of cool. And if we look at July, we got 89% of the people. So it jumps from 70 to 89, 73 to 89% in July. So June, July, it looks like the Fed pivot there at the moment. We'll get more info, as we say, from Jerome Powell on Wednesday, Thursday. So that is pretty much it. Let's kick it into crypto. Whoa, man, we've been so used to bright greens, and now we're getting this bright red. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. That's all we can say. Look at that, Bitcoin at 64,000, down 5.67%. Bitcoin dominance, importantly, dropped below that 52% mark, down 51.72%. And Ethereum there is at 3,552, down 1.99%. That's actually recovered quite well. We're going to look at that in the charts. As you can see, everything else is pretty much down over 5%. Everything in dark red is over 5% moves. Everything in light pink or light green is below 5% moves, just to give you some idea there. So ADA, AVAX, XRP, Matic, they're all pretty much down pretty severely there. Matic down 9%, XRP down 8%, ADA down 10%, AVAX down 7% there. We have got some movers though. Optimism is up 12.79%. As you guys know, we've got Protodank sharding coming up pretty soon. And Optimism, Arbitrum, and Second Layers should benefit from that. But you can see Arb is actually down almost 1% today, or 0.75% there. So that moves us into Bitcoin. Here is the dramatic move here. So that's in the daily candle, a big fat red candle after green, green, green. And of course, we got the new high today. This is on Coinbase, by the way, at 69,324. So on Coinbase, we used to have 69,000 was the previous all-time high from the last bull market. We have pierced that today, and we're up to the upside there. Let's get rid of all of these things here. So this was back here. We had the high here, and let me see, get the right day here. So back on the 10th of November, 2021 was the last time we had the market reach 69,000 US dollars that day. And look how far it has taken for us to pass that. Let's actually bring that up while we're here and move into the future here. It's taken 846 days. 846 days. My goodness, 846 days to get to a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So there we go, folks. 846 days. Crazy stuff. All right, so that is pretty much it at the moment. And of course, today we reached a high. We're going to look at that on the hourly. Let's go to the hourly here. Let's get rid of that. Go to the hourly here and check that out. So the hourly here, I don't have auto logs here, but we got up to earlier today. We got up to a high of 69,324. So $324.58 there from looks at was the high before we had a sell-off, and then we had a trigger point once we got down to 64K. Got triggered all the way down from 64,000 down to 59,224. So we're actually briefly below that 60,000 mark before we've started to recover here at the moment. So 64,118. So we'll see where we go here. 2/3 recovery would be a pretty strong move. let's see how we get on with that. So maybe back up to 66 or something like that. They're pretty cool. Now we have got this 50 EMA here at 65,248. So that's the 50 moving EMA. So that's probably a good target there to get over that, right? Get over that mark is pretty good. So 65, what I got there, 65,245. So let's see how we go today to get over that, close that gap. Probably pretty important to get back over that mark there. All right, that is pretty much on Bitcoin. As you guys know, let's go back to the daily. Just one more thing to say before we get to that. Get back to the daily here. We'll add the overlays. As you guys know, Bitcoin halving is coming, folks, and it's getting closer and closer. So how many days to that? Let's have a look here. We've got expecting the 17th of April. So we've got 42 days before the Bitcoin halving there. So fun times ahead, folks. We're just, the target price, as people are saying, 150 to 180, maybe 240 like Richard Hart, maybe 400K like gold. There's lots of upside there potentially in this bull market. And man, we've started off with a pretty nice stepping up there as we get on to those bigger numbers. All right, let's go. It leads us on to Ethereum. And Ethereum at the moment, man, what a range it had today. So Ethereum's got lots more news. Like Bitcoin's got the Bitcoin halving, but Ethereum's got the Deacon upgrade and the Ethereum ETF approvals as well. And it has lagged, right? Has lagged behind Bitcoin also, which is normal. But it's also way off the all-time high, right? So all-time high 4,900, right? So we're still miles away from that. So Ethereum got a lot of potential upside there. If Bitcoin can do a 3x or more, then Ethereum should be able to do a 5x, right? So we'll see if it can get to 25K or something like that. Definitely 15K on the modest side. It has to be set for the bull market. So we'll see how we get on with that. The range today, $3,829 down to $3,205. That's how big this candle range is today. So over $600. And we're currently in the top half of that, just at the bottom of the top half at 3,554. Looking pretty good there. Now, I probably do need a bit of easing here, but the Deacon upgrade's coming, man. So we may not hold back. Just keep a look for that. That's pretty cool. Will we have a little bit of a sell event? Maybe we will. We'll probably have a little bit of a sell event somewhere along here before we get to that Bitcoin halving, 42 days away. But as you see, optimism's already starting to run a bit there. Arbitrum and other second layer protocols, good bet for this week, right? So 7 days away until we get to the Deacon upgrade, 42 days until we get the Bitcoin halving. So if you take 42, that's 35 days between the Deacon and the Bitcoin halving. So it's a long time in crypto, a month, but still not too long over a longer time horizon. And then we're currently 78 days away from Ethereum ETF approvals likely on the 23rd there. So let's see how we go. That is pretty much it. Now, obviously, with the volatility in the price and the high gas prices, the market pumping, we've had super high GWEI. Look at this over the last 7 days. Look at that uptrend in GWEI. It's been pretty brutal on Ethereum. Brutal, I say. And let's get on to it. Not surprised. We knew this was going to come. And really, the validity of Ethereum is going to be tested during the bull market, right? Because the gas prices are going to be so insane. The costs are going to be so insane, even with Prodank charting, in my opinion. Even though they're supposed to offer a 90% discount on the second layers and even some improvements on Ethereum in terms of cost price. I just think the speculation is going to be so hardcore that in the money pumping in that it's really going to struggle. And so that builds up the case for second layers and particular Pulsechain, right? So it's just one of the drivers for Pulsechain coming up. So there we are at the moment, 73 GWEI at the moment. This is the last, let's go back up here actually. Let's go back into the daily here. So this is the daily. Look what we had a candle there earlier, over 350. We were up way high, over 350, 370, something like that on the GWEI. And we've just come off that now and we're down around 70 or so. So really high GWEI. The lowest so far today, about 55 GWEI. So it really has been a tremendous day on that extra pump and dump. And it looks like we're moving back up again. So obviously the next 8 hours typically is the lower GWEI. GWEI tends to go lower. So fingers crossed for that for those of you who want to do transactions. But once again, we are in a pretty pumpy environment at the moment. So we'll see how we go. So that is the GWEI, and that's going to lead us into Pulsechain. So we'll get into that. Pulsechain, day 298, isn't it? Day 298. We're getting so close to 300 days. Before we do that, though, let's get back into the chat there and say hello to a few other people that's jumped in here. We got J-Man in the house. Good to see you, J-Man. I hope you're doing well. Hello, everybody from J-Man there. We got Brennan in the house there. Morning, Superman and family. Good to see you, Brennan. Eddie in the house there. Now, Brennan, we talked about this pullback scenario last night, and it's funny. We wake up the next day and it happens. That's pretty funny, Brennan. Big shout out to Brennan, our TA guru there. Eddie in the house says good things are in store. Excuse me. For the RH ecosystem in their future. They are indeed, and we're going to talk about that today. The magic carpet ride is ramping up. We're going to look at some evidence around that today. What's up, Hex Token family? Good to see you. Check my pulse. Evening, Superman. Evening to you as well, or at least this midday here, actually, in good old New Zealand. Joey Torres as well. Hi, all. Good to see you, Joey. Welcome to the chat as well. All right, let's get back into it. And we're going to get into Pulsechain day 298 results. And here we are, 000142. The price is up 4.58%, 42% above sacrifice price at the moment. We've got Pulsex at the moment at quadruple 0519, down 1%, which is currently at 51%. The sacrifice price is still a long way to go. The buy and burn on Pulsex is doing pretty well. 723 billion Pulsex has been bought up and burned as part of the superior tokenomics of the Pulsechain Pulsex combo, and looking pretty good. We're at 3.54% of burn now. Now, the one cool thing here is the incentive token has been a superstar lately, and boy, look at this thing go. We're at 38,148, $5.39 at the moment, and this is saying 61.7% at the moment. Let me just double check that. That incentive there, I don't know what's happened with that. That seems to be wrong. That's a bit weird, but let me refresh this page. Is that still the same? Well, it's still saying that. Don't know why. Anyway, so that is prices down. We got PHEX at the moment is at 1.6 cents, up 4.67% at the moment, and EHEX there at 95/100th of a penny, and the combined price of EHEX and PHEX is at 2.55 cents there. So that is pretty much where the markets are for day 298. 2 more days. We're about to start day 299, and then of course then we're on day 300. That's pretty awesome for Pulsechain. Let's have a look at the charts though. Here we are, 001419. At the moment, we had a top of the range of 1600, a low of 1393 on that pullback. We're currently just above the low at the moment, 1419. So good opportunity, as I say on the title of the video, Pulsechain big opportunity, and this is just one of those opportunities on Pulsechain at the moment. Let's give it a rocket for the upside. Look at that trend, still nice little uptrend there and play. Let's go to the RSI. Must be really chill. Yeah, look at that RSI on the daily, 52. Nice little bounce off the 50. 50 there would be pretty nice on the old Pulsechain. Not too bad. So that is Pulsechain. Pulsex at the moment, obviously the range, top of the range is 6,300. The bottom is 5,000. We're currently just off the bottom as well, 5,158. So nice opportunity to pull a cap on there. And we've still got a pretty nice little uptrend there as well. And of course the RSI, look at that. Woohoo! Down even lower than 52, 48. And of course a nice place to rebound there. Now let's jump over to incentive. Here we are with the ratio 38,148. So this seems to show the correct percentage. So we're down 12.6% there. I'm not sure what was happening on the GoPulse site there, but we're actually down 12.7% on the incentive. The ratio is actually topped out at 41,764. Man, what a star there. And you guys know, Richard was saying, well, if the incentive token price is high, then the yield farmings are high too, and that may attract a lot of yield farmers and participants over the Pulsechain. So keep an eye out on that theme there with the incentive token looking pretty cool. And yeah, what a breakout on the ratio. Look at that breakout, played out very nicely. Let's have a look at the US dollar value. At the moment, that is obviously $5.40, being as high as $6.63. So way off that at the moment. But hey, maybe some big opportunity there too. The RSI was getting overheated on the buy side, but once again, the ratio, on the price there, and also on the ratio as well was 77. So probably had to come down anyway. There we go for a bit of a cool off. That is incentive. PX at the moment, the range was really wide, 1.7 cents with the low of, 1.86 cents for PX, down to 1.55. We're currently just above the bottom as well, 1.6 cents at the moment. Nice little opportunity to pick up some mad hex there. And I'm going to show you something there. PX there, a good pickup zone. And the RSI really chilled down at 48. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Let's go to EHEX there as well. EHEX range, top of the range, 1 cent. Bottom of the range, 9200th of a penny. We're currently at 9400th of a penny there. And we've got some pretty exciting stuff coming up from influencers covering Hex. A lot more Hex influencers jumping onto Hex, talking about, hey, this could be a really, really amazing. Some of them don't like Hex either, or Richard Hart, and now they're all jumping on board. So it's going to be fun to see that play out. That's EHEX there. Let's jump over to the combined price, 2.55 cents, as we said earlier. And man, once we do break that 3 cents combined, it's going to be up, and away, folks. It's going to be up, and away here on a Hex here. That's combined price at the moment. So kind of cool. Let's jump over to a quick video about Hex in particular. Robbie Davidson here posted this. He's a hardcore Hexkin. He's betting big on Hex. Mantini guy changed his mind once he watched the Highest of Stakes documentary. Don't underestimate Hex, he said. So let's watch this video. I've got this to play out right now. So let's get in a good format for that. And go for gold. All right, just one moment. Here we go.
That one is dead. Like, that's one of the ones that I'm pretty confident never coming back, that one. Hex, that's a really interesting one. I think that Hex will come back. And I've been backing this with my own money. And it's not an insignificant amount of money that I've been putting into Hex. Every couple of days, I'll buy $200, $300, $400 worth of Hex. And that adds up, does that? My reckoning is, I think that Richard Hart will make Hex go back up again in this bull market. Now, Hex has got a ridiculous fully diluted market cap, but it's all locked up. So it doesn't matter that it's got this ridiculous fully diluted market cap. As soon as there is any demand for Hex, the price is going to go absolutely crazy. Now, you can, the depth there, I'm sure that's not correct. But basically, I know because I trade it on BitGet, I know if you were to sell Hex, you cause the price to crash. And I know if you were to buy Hex, you cause the price to pump. Like there is no liquidity on Hex right now. So I think that if there is any kind of influx of demand towards Hex, I think that Hex is really going to take off. I believe, because I mean, I watched the Hex documentary, and the Hex documentary changed my mind significantly about Hex. And I think it's out there. It's a crazy one. But you need to have something crazy in your portfolio. If it doesn't go up, I won't cry. If it goes down, I also won't cry. I don't care that much. But I do want to have some crazy bets in my portfolio, and I think it's a crazy bet worth taking. So I'm sticking with Hex, and I'm going to leave it between 100x and 1000x. I think that it can do it. I know it sounds ridiculous.
So there are some pretty bullish stuff there from Mantini there. And of course, he has huge following, folks. Mantini guy, he has 541,000 followers on the X social platform. So a big influence there. VC, strategic advisor, angel investor, pro racing driver, BDC 2013, founder of Crypto Savings and Mahiki Racing there. So there we are, folks. Big influencers coming on board the Pulsechain Hex, man. They're coming more and more. That's just happening more and more. And they've all got pretty big audiences. So it just amplifies everything that Richard Hart is doing. So bring it on. Pretty exciting. And a big shout out to Robbie Davidson for that one. Always bring the alpha. So that's pretty cool from that. We're going to look at the stats. Let's have a look at validators. At the moment, we got 52,213. We're seeing 1.67 trillion is off the market, staked with the validators. That is for Pulse. Let's look at the gas prices. Speaking of gas prices, how ruthless has it been on Ethereum? Man, oh man, oh man, up over 350 Gwei today. Here we are at 258,000 beats on Pulsechain. Not bad, actually on the lower end too. 1 cent for a PulseX swap. There we are, folks. 800th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer and 2/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. And pretty amazing there with Gwei at the moment on Ethereum has come down to 65, which is still pretty high. And here we are at 6,324 times cheaper than Ethereum. It's $83 almost to do a swap on Ethereum. Of course, if it was up at 350 Gwei, that'd be in the many hundreds of dollars. So pretty awesome on Pulsechain when you can do a swap on PulseX for 1 cent. That's going to be even more important as we move further into the bull market. That gap in cost is going to be massive, making Pulsechain so much more desirable, particularly with the X returns that you're going to be able to achieve and Magic Carpet Ride and all that. We're almost 10,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin at the moment, $7.60 to send a transaction on BTC. So there we go. Pretty cool. The closest one to us at the moment, maybe Litecoin Monero in terms of cost, but of course we're full system state copy, and we've got a lot of our protocols on Pulsechain have compounding and profit sharing, two very big benefits as you're trying to get those big X's in the bull market. Remember, getting more volume, getting the price pump, that's your double win there, right? That's what you're trying to do, the Holy Grail. So let's get to the final bit there, the bridge. Here is the bridge. We're going to watch this very carefully. The Magic Carpet Ride, folks. Woo! Here we are at 171.5 million. Ingrain that into your mind, because that's pretty important there. We've got 55 million in DAI at the moment, 31 million in USDC. We've got 21 million in USD Tether at the moment. Those are bridged in. We've got 6,800 ETH, which is $30 million. And of course, we've got EHEX there at the moment, bridged in almost $27 million. CST, 4.3 million. And Wrap Bitcoin there is at 2.4 million there at the moment. So pretty awesome. We also obviously have our native stuff of USDL, which is down to 26.3 million at the moment, come off its high of about 31 million or so, 32 million maybe. So that is the play. Now watch this number, 171, because we've got some big news here. Magic Carpet Ride, you guys know it. You guys know it, right? Magic Carpet Ride. Over the past 2 days, the Sacrifice wallets have acquired 58,657 ETH there, for a total of 216.5 million DAI at the time of writing, at an average cost of 3,690 per ETH. These are the addresses that are being monitored here by Martin at storyteller_17. So big shout out to him for that. And you can see the aggregate there of that Ethereum of 58,657 with all those addresses at 205 or $206 million there. So what's going to happen with it? What's going to happen with it? Is it going to come over the bridge? Some people are speculating about Hex on Ethereum, but I think it makes more sense coming over the Pulsechain. And so, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. It's going to be fun to see how all that plays out. But keep a lookout, folks, on the bridge, the Pulse alerts there, and you'll be able to track that too. We'll keep a lookout on that. Things about to go mega on Pulsechain for the bull market, at least the beginning. It's going to happen in stages and steps, but it's going to be fun to see that out. We already know that incentive token is already rallying. We've seen Richard talk about that, how that incentivizes people to come over and participate. But of course, we've got the Magic Carpet Ride as well. Things are all coming together. It's going to be pretty awesome. All right, that is looking pretty good there. Let's move on. So we're going about to start day 299. We've got some big stuff, big things happening with the Sacrifice wallets. Pretty badass there. So let's move on over into the top PRC20s and all that sort of stuff. Before we do though, let's catch up one more time in the chat. As you guys know, I like to keep up to date with where the people are in the chat. So let's see, where do we go to? We got to Joey. We got Blobfish King in the house there. The Emoji King looking strong. Good to see you. What was that? Blobfish King says Wookie has joined the dark side. Yeah, Australia, he has indeed. The force of the dark side is strong, says Wookie. It is. And a big g'day to Liz there. Yeah, Liz is awesome. So thanks, Liz. Yeah, if you haven't joined a strategy club today, hit up that link there, folks. We have another session coming up this weekend. And of course, strategy club there, $35 a month. We're doing multi-chain opportunities for the bull market and get all the inside strategies, all the intel, all that good stuff, and have great discussions. Strategy club's a great place to be. All right, let's get on. Let's move forward here with the top PRC20s on Pulsechain. Obviously, with the pullback, everything is a shopping opportunity. That's kind of the way you could look at it. So at the moment, we got, let's see here, Love is down 16% there. Am I in the right chat here? Let me know. I'm in the top. Need to get top PRC20. Sorry, I'm in the wrong group there. Right. PDI is at 1847. So that is pretty much 1% up there. Let's see what else is. Treasury bills up 5%. Wrap Bitcoin is $69. And that is down 5.8% at the moment. Teddy Bear is up 6%. Let's see what else is looking interesting here. Pepe, the big meme coin, is up 6%, and SHIB, the other big meme coin, is up 3%. So a little bit of gains there. Definitely ones to consider in your speculation there on PRC20s. especially with meme coins having, sort of led the bull market so far, being top performers, particularly last week, right? So we've seen the Bitcoin, the meme coins dominate top 10 on CoinGecko, being the top 5 or 6 coins. So memes have definitely had that benefit there. What else there? We got, there's they're easy to onboard people. They've got big brand names and, big networks of people. So that's kind of why they do well pumping. But of course, other things are going to pump at different times, AI or layer 1 chains. They're all going to have a go, and it's going to be fun to see over time which one, wins out. Let's see what else. The Aave is up 17%. Wow. Nice little move there for Aave, considering the pullback in Pulsechain. Pulse Bitcoin is down 24%. So that's Fat Sammy's crew there. So just a bit of a pullback there. It was down even further because it's been up 22% in the last 6 hours. What else? That's pretty much it. So everything there, pretty much that's it. BitTorrent had a not too bad day. Small liquidity, but BitTorrent up 12% there. And we saw that up a lot yesterday, didn't we, on CoinGecko? It was in the top 5, if I remember rightly, for the 24-hour yesterday. So BitTorrent there making a bit of move. All right, let's go to our third category, which is meme coins and influencer coins. Let's have a look at here. Access Alive down at 13,500. Wow, maybe an opportunity to pick that up. The Grays, which has been almost undefeatable, has finally had a couple of red days. Yes, it has. Come all the way up the top at 0001. It's now to quad 0072. So it does have some chinks in its armor. It can be pulled back a little bit, but still that chart looks pretty tremendous, doesn't it? There for PTGC. It's hard to say, but there we go. What else? Blast is down 12%. Note token for Randy Alasky is down 9.5% at the moment at what's that? 1600 of a penny. Looks like possibly a good little hook up there. What else have we got going on? Hex Orange address down 6%. Paul Pleb from Hexibus is down 9% there. Ben token there for V1 Ben down 9%, and Trayvon's more token down 7.5% there, 61 cents. Jeff Kadakis's coin there, Dodge, is up 4% at the moment. The Trump token with very low liquidity, 2,000, up 68% there. So nice little move there for Trump token there at the moment. Let's go to our final category, the main event, Pulsechain projects, and have a look at some of these. Pulsepot there. Got to mention Pulsepot, man. Pulsepot has been the star. Look at that. Woo! Giving PTGC a run for its money, right? That is up pretty crazy. It reached a new high, didn't it? Let me see here. Well, someone said $17, but on here I've got $15.83. Yeah, that's pretty amazing price there at the moment. So $15.83 does seem to be the high here at the moment. So this is doing amazing. This is Pulsepot from Jacob's ecosystem. You guys know Jacob, of course, the founder of TRH, and of course also BNB Pot there. Absolutely doing amazing. And of course, we're expecting new protocols coming up, TYCZ, and of course TRH V4, and then PUSD Algo, which I've covered a lot on this channel. All frontier DeFi, all potentially huge. And so far, Pulsepot looking like a boss there as well. Pump it up. Pulsepot, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino there from Jacob ecosystem. So big shout out to him. All right. What else is interesting? Yeah, Love Token's down 16%, so maybe an opportunity to pick up. What else is there? Party Token up 3%. Jump through some of these. TS is down 12%, so maybe good chance to pick that up. And Tetra down 10%. Some of the blue chips, they're down as well, so you can pick up some of those potentially for good upside. Let's just jump through some of these. Up token down 18%. Might be a nice little pickup on the up token. MCR Carpet Ride. Okay, so this is only just launched, right? So look at us. We've got a big whale selling now. There's a big whale selling in here. So you can see, where is this whale selling? Quite a bit here at the moment. This one here, 75C. I'm not sure whose account this is, but it's pretty big and selling a lot of coins. And they've got a lot of coins. So this could go on for some time. We're going to see. That's kind of weird. Anyway, so they have sold this chart right down here, folks. Maybe a really good opportunity to pick up. Obviously, that whale has got a lot of coins. So when's it going to finish? Is he finished yet? I don't know. But this, based on what you sacrifice, this may be below market. I've had someone said in the chat there that they got it 2,000 2900th of a penny, which is up here. So this is arguably well below sacrifice, which means that it could be pretty nice for buying and staking in the old buffet and earning all those Richard Hart coins and stuff like that. So food for thought there. Some interesting numbers. That's MCR 369. Got a whale selling that down at the moment for some reason. All right, so let's jump over to here. We got, let's see here, just trying some of these. Yeah, they're all pretty much down double digits on a lot of these. So just looking for some opportunities there. PLN is actually pretty flat. That's good to see. Well, big on ramp there. Bean down 25%, like Magic Upright down a lot. Maybe opportunities there. Let's see here. That's pretty much it. Just going through some of those. So yeah, lots of opportunities across the board. Definitely worth checking out there. But I guess the best ones performers at the moment. Pulsepot, a couple of Holy there from TRH. Vemp up 8%. They're kind of the leaders there amongst the Pulsechain projects. The ones that are not doing so hot at the moment because of whale selling is Magic Upright. Only just launched the course. 40% down. That may be a nice little pickup there. Probably just check again to see how much that whale's got selling. But apart from that, that is looking pretty good, possibly for the staking as well, and getting all those Richard Hart tokens could be pretty good. Bean token is down as well. So yeah, a little bit of opportunities there. So up token, love token there. Batias as well, down 12%. Time token there as well. Maybe some opportunities to pick up some volume there. So that is pretty much it. Let's go to the PRC 404s quickly. We can see that Gophers has come off its glory at $1,450 or so. Now down at $1,182 on Gophers there. What else? I think that's it at the moment. So let's move on. We'll quickly check 9-inch, shall we? What's the BBC token earning on 9-inch there? BBC is at, let's see, where's BBC here? At the top here, 5.2 cents. Yeah, that's come off a lot. So that was up at like 10 cents, 8 cents, and that's down at 5.2 at the moment. So it's down 10% today, though. So that is kind of the play. All right, that's going to lead us into Hex, of course. But we're not quite there yet. So 37 minutes on the hour. Who else has jumped in here? Brian says his link to Discord is way better than Wookie's link, just saying. So there we are. There's a link there. From Brian. Yeah, general membership of Discord is $5 a month. Strategy Club is $35. Obviously, general Discord is Pulsechain and Hex, and we've got everything in there that you could possibly want. And then, of course, the Strategy Club is multi-chain, and of course, it's around strategy and getting the pump in the bags even more with other chain as well. Brennan says, "I like a good buffet." Yeah. So do we, and we know Wookie does. In the Gold Coast, he's probably at the buffets right now. But anyway, that's moving on. Let's move on before we get in trouble and get rugged. All right, Hex.com, folks. If you haven't checked it out, you can buy Hex on Ethereum and Pulsechain. And of course, you can get some T-shares and start mining more Hex. That's pretty much the way it works. Hex.com, folks. And you saw there earlier that it could be absolutely massive mad gains for Hex moving up in the bull market. We're on day 1556 on the old Hex, and of course we've just crossed over the day by 9 minutes, so we're 9 minutes into new day 1556, and of course day 299 on Pulsechain, so not too bad there at all. And in fact, we got the results out for yesterday, 1555. They're going to be coming out soon, but we have got the day's results from the day before, which we didn't read out. So day 1554, which is the 4th of March, we had 6.84 Hex payout per T-share. That is pretty good. Price was down a little bit, but the payout was looking good. On Pulsechain, we had 6.8, and of course, that was for the 4th of March as well for day, was it 297 there. So that's that. We'll have today's results probably come out in the next 40 minutes or something, but too long for me to hold on to. So we're going to move back out of there. So that's pretty much our show for today. What a show it was. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. 40 minutes, it's quick. But hey, look, we had such big drama today. All-time high for Bitcoin. Pulls back dramatically and below, went from 69,300 down to just below 60,000, 59,000. I mean, that's a huge range. $10,000, just almost $9,500, something like that. And then back up again. What a day in crypto. You got to get used to that volatility, right? Records breaking all the time. And Ethereum, of course, had some similar volatility. But Pulsechain, man, looking good. Pulsechain is looking good. I mean, damn good. I mean, everything is lining up. Magic Carpet Ride is getting in position. and things are going to be absolutely crazy. Big influencers coming onto Hex. It's going to be glorious, folks. And of course, super fast, super cheap on Pulsechain. You're not crying about having 350 Gwei and paying the fees there, right? So tell your friends, folks, Pulsechain is going to be lit. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So don't miss out on that. Is the place to be. All right, pick up any of these double-digit blue chip projects too when they're down, because that's your opportunity, right? That's your opportunity to pick up some mad gains. All right, should we leave it with Richard Hart? I think we should. It is the shortest live stream. Yesterday, the last couple of days have been doing about an hour and 5 minutes. Today it's just shorter today, just the way it is, 40 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Pick off the best blue chips, things like that. It's a good way of getting on there. And of course, Richard Hart tokens, can't go wrong with that. All right, I'll leave you with Richard Hart, who seems like Magic Carpet Rider's on the move, and Richard Hart likes to talk about that. So we'll leave you with this one. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. Get into our Discord. Links in the video description. And I will catch you next time. Take care, everybody. See you in Discord. Bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.